This is a quantum timeline shift. And this process is going to help you to literally create and architect your future your way, whatever it is that you want. This is going to help you to create and architect your future your way by literally choosing another timeline. So why is this, how is this even possible, and why does this work? Because if you understand the nature of our existence, you know that we live in a holographic projection, that nothing really exists, that it's all energy, frequency, and vibration. And when we're in the third dimension, everything's really quite dense and tactile. And this is why it takes time for our brain to, for our thoughts, because our thoughts become things, and there is a lag. So today's life that we are living now is literally yesterday's news. It is the consequence of the thoughts we were thinking yesterday, the day before that, and the day before that. If you do not change your thoughts today, you will have exactly the same results tomorrow. Or if fear and low frequency vibrations are dominant within your field, you will have more struggle. You'll have more things to be afraid about. You'll have more challenges in your life, low quality challenges. This is the thing. When your energy, frequency, and vibration is vibrating at a low rate, your state of being, then your results are going to be low quality results. So you know that you're in a low quality frequency and vibration and a low consciousness state of being, because you're feeling things like shame, anger, fear, stress, anxiety, depression, overwhelm. They are low frequency vibrations, and we all fluctuate. Like, unless I guess you are a spiritual master who just meditates all day and is and has sort of mastered your state of being, and they do exist. But the 99.999% of us are on this roller coaster ride of emotions and feelings and states of being. That's life. That is life on this planet. So it is your awareness and paying attention to your frequency and vibration. Let me just make sure that my phone is on silent. Thank you very much. That is how you start to really respond to life rather than react to life from those states of emotions. So every single wealthy and successful person feels stress, fear, and anxiety and overwhelm and all of those states from time to time. The difference is that they don't allow those things to be dominant in their life or drive their decisions and decide their choices. So if your dominant state of being is in those low frequency and vibrations, and is in a low level of consciousness, is in a lack and poverty consciousness, then that's the result you're going to continue to get. When you elevate your frequency and vibration, then you shift your state of being, you shift your results, as long as that is dominant in your field. Now, how does this relate to timelines? What? She's going off on this whole frequency and vibration thing again, because literally, it is our focus and attention, our dominant focus and attention, that causes energy to consolidate in our future projection. So think of your life as like a movie screen, that you are walking into the movie screen. It's like a never-ending movie screen that you are constantly walking into. And it is your brain that is and it is your focus, your thoughts, your beliefs, your states of being that is projecting into your future timeline what it is that you experience tomorrow, the next day, the next day, the next day. So you shift your focus, you shift timelines. If you continue to hold the same thoughts, the same focus, the same states of being that you did yesterday, the day before that, then you will stay on the same timeline. But when you shift your focus, your frequency, your vibration, you can choose any timeline you want. You can go to a worse timeline, you can go to a better timeline, because all the timelines exist already. Everything that you desire exists already in a future experience on a future timeline. I know it's a bit giddy to wrap your head around, isn't it? But this is the way everything unfolds, because everything exists in the universe. So, this is why things like focusing on visualization, mind movies, and vision boards, and things like that, you are projecting. And the more dominant that focus is, the more the universe will organize itself around your dominant intention. The universe will organize itself around your dominant intention. And it all comes down to your focus, your frequency, your vibration, like the book collection. I don't know. What am I missing? The book collection. I'm going to have to look that up. I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm curious. I can't wait till the end of this, because that's the first thing I'm going to do is go and look up the book collection. So, but I'm glad that you could find an analogy that you can relate to that makes sense. The fastest way to clear resistance. Okay, so the fastest way to clear resistance is to elevate your frequency and vibration, is to so everything from stress, from fear, anxiety. Great question, by the way. Stress, fear, anxiety, shame, guilt, big ones for resistance, overwhelm, frustration, anger. All of that is resistance. It feels uncomfortable. All of those frequencies and vibrations feel uncomfortable, don't they? They are your litmus test. That is when you feel uncomfortable, that is you projecting into the future a what you perceive to be a poor outcome. So fear of the future is you actually projecting a future outcome that you don't want. If you have, think about a time in your life where you had excitement about a future event. It hasn't happened yet, but maybe you bought a ticket to a concert and you were excited because you had certainty, because you had the ticket. The ticket gave you certainty that you were going to this event and you were anticipating a good experience. So your frequency and vibration is excitement, is happiness, is joy. You don't know you could get there and it could be the crappiest concert ever. Maybe your favorite artist is sick in bed and it never happens, or maybe they just have a really off night, or maybe they're drunk on stage and they don't perform well, or maybe somebody steals your handbag. Do you know what I mean? Your anticipation of that future event could be it could be nothing like what you're anticipating. But the more you project a good experience, the more likelihood you're going to have of a good experience. If you are looking at your bank account, or if you are thinking about your current partner, I don't know what your situation is, but I'm sure you can relate to this at some stage in your life, and you feel anger, you feel frustration, you feel uncertainty, you feel stress, you feel anxiety, you feel sadness, then what you're projecting, that's resistance. And you are then projecting anticipation of more of the same. Does that make sense? So you're looking at the now, and the more you look at the now in that state, the same state that you probably felt yesterday, you would then project that into the future. So the way you release resistance is to release your emotional attachment to the present. God, that was a long-winded way to get to the answer, wasn't it? You release your emotional attachment to what is. So unless it's positive, if you're feeling happy anticipation for the future, then that's high frequency vibration. That there is no resistance in that. So I hope that made sense. Let me know in the chat. It's really nice to have you interacting in the chat, by the way, because it gets me all excited to help you through this. And this process is probably going to take about 20 to 30 minutes. So I don't want to spend too long blabbing on, but I hope that helps you to understand the a state of allowing, yes, Absolutely. The state of allowing. See, I could have said that 5 minutes ago, couldn't I? You put it so much more succinctly. So it's getting into that state of allowing and your trust, your faith in a positive outcome, whether it be tomorrow, whether it be next week. And this is what wealthy and successful people are so good at, is that they get so good at solving problems that even when they have a problem, even if it's daunting, even it's like, oh my God, like, what the hell? And don't worry, I don't care if you're Elon Musk. You have those moments. Oh shit. Don't know what I'm going to do about this. But they've become so good at solving problems. They have so much confidence in their ability to solve problems. What do? They freak out for a moment and then they go to work finding a solution to the problem because they know that they can do it because they've done it over and 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 over. It's a skill set. Solving problems is a skill set. And when you're confident in your ability to solve problems, you know that you can achieve a positive outcome even if everything's falling apart. It's wild. And this is how you create a positive future and you release resistance. Once you detach from the freak out, once you detach from the low frequency vibration and state of being and focus on the positivity in your future and focus on doing whatever you can to create a positive outcome, bam, resistance gone because you're focused in a positive way and you trust in your ability to achieve a positive outcome. It's the self-belief, it's the self-worth, it's the self-confidence, which you can develop over time. Okay. And tapping is perfect. And I should have been here for like 15 minutes. I should have been doing this. This is what the tap and talk is all about. So, no time like the present to start tapping with me. So, the whole point of the tap and talk is to get you to just do this flow tapping. So, flow tapping is just continuous tapping. No matter what you're doing, you're just tapping. Why is this effective? Because even if you're not focusing on something specific, you are like clearing stuff. You are still calming the central nervous system. You are still releasing your attachment to stuff that does not serve you. And you're doing it in a way that is, it's so subtle, but you will notice a difference. So just tap. And if you don't want to do this, if you're in a place where you're like, I'm not doing that because everybody's going to look at me because I'm sitting on the bus or I'm in a public place or wherever it might be, then you can do this. Tap on the ends of your fingers because there are meridian points at the ends of your fingers. So you can do that or you can do this. Now, I'm going to do this and you will find that at the end of the next 20 or 30 minutes that it will totally blow you away how calm you feel, how different you feel, and the transformation that it makes. Okay? So, yeah, it's pretty cool, isn't it? Alrighty. So now we're going to go through this quantum timeline shift. Okay. We're doing a quantum timeline shift today. So the first thing that I want you to do is think about a future experience, your future life that you want to live. I don't care what it is. Whatever it is, however big it is, it doesn't matter. It exists in a future timeline. So your goals, your vision, your dream for your future, think about that now. Make that like in your field of vision, create that now. Think about the details of it. You can close your eyes if you need to. So I just want you to get an idea of the future life that you want to create because we're going to use that. So suspend disbelief for at least the next 20 or 30 minutes. Use your imagination, let it run wild. And keep tapping the whole time. Just keep tapping. Because that's how you release resistance. Okay. So I want you to say to yourself, for this moment, I release the need to repeat the patterns of my old identity. And again, for this moment, I release the need to repeat the pattern of my old identity. I release the need to repeat the pattern of my old identity. I release the need to repeat the pattern of my old identity. Now, do you start to feel like there's a shift, there's a softness coming in? I release the need to repeat the pattern of my old identity. Now, the reason this is so powerful is because a lot of our results are wrapped up in our identity beliefs. So if you release your attachment to your old identity, then you are able then to create a new identity. So just say, I release all attachment to my old identity. I release all attachment to my old identity. So now, while you're tapping, just think about the question, what future have I been mentally practicing without realizing it? What future have I been mentally practicing without realizing it? So your expectations will actually transpire into results. I'm glad you're finding this wonderful. That's really wonderful feedback. Thank you. So, whatever you're experiencing right now is whatever your expectations were yesterday, the day before, the day before that, the day before that. So, what have you been mentally practicing without realizing it that is causing the results that you're having right now? The future doesn't exist yet. The future is being created by you and what you're mentally rehearsing. So, do you notice struggle? Do you notice anxiety? Do you notice overwhelm? These are states of being that have been dominant in your field. Do you notice disappointment? Do you notice feeling small? Do you notice anger? What do you notice? Just notice it. There's no condemning it. Just notice it. And while you're tapping, you know what you're doing while you're noticing it? Your system's releasing it. Your energetic system is releasing emotional attachment to these things that you have been mentally rehearsing for months, maybe even years. So just notice them as they come up. This is the beauty of this practice. It doesn't have to be hard. Just notice what you notice. Now notice, do you have any tension anywhere in your body? Notice that while you're tapping. What patterns do you notice that you've been repeating over and over and over? Patterns that no longer serve you. Now you may feel like those patterns have been unfolding without your participation. It's like, but this shit keeps happening to me. No, life is not happening to you. It's happening through you. Life is happening through you. No blame, no shame. This is the human experience. It's okay. Be okay with it. Do you know what? You're still here. You are here either watching this live or watching this replay. You're doing the work. Do you know how significant that is? Do you know how few people are doing this? Like, this much of the world's population are doing what you're doing, are doing the internal work, who are still striving, who still want a better life, who still not that you want a better life, but you're actually actively doing something about creating a better life for yourself, for others, a life of contribution. That's amazing. Like, so amazing. Honor that within yourself right now. This is not part of the timeline process, by the way, but just honor that within yourself. Recognize how amazing that is. No matter how much you've struggled in your life, it doesn't define you. The fact that you are still striving and you still have even a glimmer of belief in a positive future, man, kudos to you, because most people have freaking given up a long time ago, but not you. That's incredible. Love that about yourself right now. Love that about yourself. Okay. So I want you to think about that timeline that you wish to create, that you wish to experience. Of all the timelines available to you, the timeline you were thinking, oh, I'd really love to live here, to do this, to have this kind of experience, to have this kind of relationship, to have amazing health, to have this house, to have these things, to contribute in this way. Whatever it is, whatever lights you up from the inside out in such a way that you are beaming. Think about that and bring that into your field of focus right now. If your desired timeline were already active, what would feel different in your body right now? If your desired timeline were already active, what would feel different in your body right now? What would be your state of being? Would it be joy? Would it be relaxation? Would it be inner peace and calm? Would it be a sense of certainty about your future? Would it be love and happiness? Would it be satisfaction and fulfillment and joy in helping to contribute to others? You're going to pay people to tap. That's pretty cool. That's an actually cool idea to pay people to tap. Would certainly be an incentive, wouldn't it? So when you think about that, what happens in your body? Do you feel a relaxation? Do you feel a softening in your body? Do you feel you breathe more deeply? Do you feel that your chest opens up? Do you know that your posture and your physiology directly impacts your psychology? It's pretty cool. Does your jaw release? Of course, you just being here on this planet is making a difference. Of course, already. No matter what you're doing, if your focus and your intention is to make a positive difference and positively impact the lives of others, then you are already making a difference. So the mind actually repeats what is familiar, even when familiar does not serve you. True story. So if somebody is familiar with having abusive relationships, unless they shift their consciousness, unless they focus deliberately on creating a new life and a new intention, they will continue to create abusive relationships because it's familiar. What we normalize, we create. So, what have you normalized? Are you willing to let go of what you've normalized? Just saying yes actually shifts a whole lot just by saying yes right now in this moment and committing to that yes. So repeat after me. Just because my mind has rehearsed this past timeline doesn't mean I have to live it. Just because my mind has rehearsed a past timeline doesn't mean I have to live it. And say, I release the habit of rehearsing this old timeline. I release all emotional attachment to rehearsing this future. I release all emotional attachment to rehearsing this old timeline. I release all emotional attachment to rehearsing this old timeline. Breathe deeply. Keep tapping. Breathe deeply. So, what is the dominant emotion that has been feeding your current timeline? Just think about it. There's no right or wrong answer. Just think about it. What dominant emotion has been feeding the current timeline? Is it fear, anxiety, stress? Maybe it's a few. Is it shame? Is it guilt? Is it frustration? Is it what else? Is it lack of self-worth? Lack of self-confidence? Is it confusion? What do you feel mostly during your days? Doubt, powerlessness is one, hopelessness, helplessness. What's been dominant in your field? Just notice it. No shame, no guilt, no judgment. Just notice it. Bring it into your awareness as you're tapping. Do you know how powerful it is just bringing it into your awareness as you're tapping and what that's releasing? Today, I stop focusing on timelines that no longer serve me. Oops, I went off for a minute. Today, just repeat after me. Today, I stop emotionally funding timelines that no longer serve me. Today, I stop emotionally investing in timelines that no longer serve me. Today, I stop focusing on timelines I don't want to live. Today, I stop emotionally investing in my timelines of my past. I released all past timelines that no longer serve me. Deep breath. Do you feel the release in this? Like, is this amazing or what? Today, I stop emotionally investing in old timelines that no longer serve me. Okay, deep breath. Yeah, feeling the energy shift. It's profound, isn't it? Okay. Just know that at this moment, you don't need to solve your whole life. You don't need to solve all the problems that you might be facing right now or that you might anticipate in the future. What is. And the only moment that you have is the present moment. The only thing that you need to focus on right now is your state of being. You shift your state of being, you shift your timeline like that. Seriously, that's how quickly things can change. That's so cool. Thank you for sharing that. I love this kind of feedback. So, talk about timing. I've been in such a low vibe for 3 days. I cried while doing this tapping. I feel so much more upbeat. We ain't done yet, baby. We are shifting timelines. I got goosebumps all over. We are shifting timelines right now. You are shifting timelines right now. I'm covered in spirit bumps. So, you only need to stop feeding the old signal. All you need to do to shift timelines is stop feeding the old signal, because everything that you send out as a frequency and vibration is a signal. And the universe reads the signal and it responds to the signal. So if your dominant frequency and vibration is fear, shame, anxiety, you can take this to the bank, baby. And once you start living your life in this knowledge and you start paying attention and you are aware that as you move through life, wait a minute, I'm in a state of anxiety and stress right now. That is the signal I'm sending out. What practice can I do right now? And there are many of them that can help me to release my emotional attachment to this signal, or what is causing me to anticipate a future that is creating this stress and anxiety. Tap, tap, tap. Oh, yeah. So just stop feeding the old signal. That's all you need to do. Shift your focus, pattern interrupt, do something that actually makes you feel good. Dance. Do you know that you can't skip and feel sad at the same time? True story. Sing, dance, listen to great music, pattern interrupt. Shift your frequency and vibration. You know how to do this. Don't doubt yourself. You're an infinitely powerful being. Infinitely powerful being. Stop with the I can't do this crap nonsense. You can do anything, baby. You can do anything. All right. We're going to do a little bit of breathing. So what I want you to do is start doing this. Just so you're still tapping, but I want you to breathe with me, okay? Inhale for 4. Hold for 4. Exhale for 6. Inhale for 4. Hold for 4. Exhale for 6. One more. Inhale for 4. Hold for 4. Exhale for 6. One more. Inhale for 4. Hold for 4. Exhale for 6. Okay, check in. Notice what your central nervous system is doing. It's reorganizing. Your central nervous system is reorganizing. It's saying, I feel safe. I feel safe. Think about for a moment, without your old story, the old story, without your old identity, who do you become? Who are you free to become without your old identity, without your old story? Keep tapping, keep tapping, keep tapping. Who are you free to become without the limitations of the old story? You're expanding. Do you feel the expansion right now? It's powerful. It's liberating. There are no limitations to who you can become. None. Zero. Okay. So you can go back to tapping. If you want to, you can still keep tapping on your fingers. It's more if it's more comfortable, that's okay. So close your eyes. Keep tapping. Now imagine the version of you who already lives in that future timeline. Imagine the version of you who already lives in that future timeline. See yourself on that timeline living your life. How does this version of you stand? What's your posture like? How do you move? How do you walk? How do you interact with others? See yourself in a room, lots of people, on your new timeline. What's changed within you? What do you notice? Do you notice a sense of calm? Do you notice confidence that you've never felt before? It doesn't matter if you're an introvert or an extrovert, you can still feel confident. You can still feel a sense of calm and certainty, that deep inner peace. How do you breathe as this new version of you? Do you breathe deeply? How do you talk to others? What's your emotional state like? Is it more stable? Is it less reactive? What do you believe as this new person, this new version of you? You're not an entirely new person, you're just another new version of you. What do you believe as this new version of you that you have not yet embodied as the current version of you? What new beliefs have you cultivated? Belief is just a story that you tell yourself over and over. So, what new beliefs have you cultivated? Okay, keeping your eyes closed. That version of you is not imaginary. It is a possibility that is being birthed through your consciousness right now. That version of you is just a new consciousness. It's just a new energetic expression of who you are in life. That's it. It's just a new energetic expression with a new consciousness, with a new understanding, within a new state of being. What do you do differently now that you are walking through in this new state of being? So, this new timeline, instead of chasing it, allow this version of you, who you have now recognized, and as you recognize this new version of you, this new version of you is becoming profoundly consolidated in your future experience. Understand that. Now that you have met this new version of you, you are literally creating yourself in this new expression and this new image. Pretty profound, huh? This is how powerful you are. So you don't have to chase the future where this new person, this new identity, this new expression of you resides, you allow this version of you to now move forward into this new timeline and this new experience, which is inevitable when you embody this new identity, this new expression. It's just an expression. It's an energetic expression. Don't make it too hard. Don't make it too complicated. Relax into it. 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 Allow this to become the new embodied version of you. Allow it. Allow it. Allow it. No resistance. Do you see? This is where you let go of all resistance and you allow it. I actually see an image where this new version of you is like a mirage, almost like a ghost-like appearance. And what you're doing is literally stepping into it. Imagine that. There is like this new version of you is like this ghost-like apparition. And you now step into it. And as you step into it, it literally just integrates into you. Do you feel that? How amazing is that? Do you see what a powerful creative force you are? That you can do this like within a matter of minutes? And as this version of you integrates into your current body, repeat after me as you're tapping. I choose the timeline that matches who I am willing to become. I choose the timeline that matches who I am willing to become. I choose the timeline that matches who I am willing to become. I choose the timeline that matches who I am choosing to become. I choose a timeline that matches who I am choosing to become. One more. I choose the timeline that matches who I am choosing to become. So notice the version of you right now. Adjust your posture, adjust your stance. Notice your breath. Notice your internal state of being. Notice there's no more arguments internally, is there? Notice the lack of conflict. Notice how you're not arguing with life anymore. Do you notice that? Do you notice that your mind, instead of focusing and catastrophizing about the challenges that you're facing right now, you're thinking about the possibilities of the future? Do you understand what a profound shift in your mindset that is? It doesn't mean that you don't need to solve the current challenges that you're facing, because they're still there. Sorry, I couldn't tap those away. Relax, relax, relax. Now that you've potentially brought those back into your current awareness, relax. It's okay. The new version of you has got this, baby. The new version of you can solve anything. The new version of you is capable of achieving anything. The new version of you is going to solve those problems like that, because your focus has shifted, because your intention is now deliberately focusing on creating the possibilities and taking advantage of the opportunities that are available to you everywhere. Your new self is now limitless. You are stepping into the limitless version of you. The limitless version of you, those problems? Puh, what problems? solve those like that. This is the shift. This is the new version of you on your new timeline. Do you recognize what you have just done? You did this, I didn't. You did this, I didn't. You did this. You're doing this. Yeah, you. You. Nobody else but you. You have no idea how excited I am internally for you right now. Like, mind blown. I feel it. Allow it. Rest into it. Breathe. Breathe. Let it settle. I am no longer, repeat after me, sorry. I am no longer meeting and rehearsing my old future. It's gone. Do you notice how that old timeline is now gone? It's like disintegrating in front of you. It doesn't exist anymore. Why? Because you're the new version of you. The new version of you can't even see that timeline anymore. It's not possible for you. It's not even a possibility now. Your new timeline is locking in. You are locking in the new timeline. I am no longer preparing for that old future with that old version of me. I am choosing to meet my new future. I am deliberately choosing my new timeline. Every choice that I make from this point forward is creating my new timeline with infinite possibilities and limitless potential. My old timeline no longer exists. I am preparing myself for my new future. Physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. I am preparing myself for my new future timeline. The old timeline is gone. My new timeline is my new reality. Okay, I want you to stop tapping for just a moment. Put one hand on your chest, on your heart. Put the other one on your power center, your solar plexus, down near your abdomen, just under your rib cage. Breathe. And just repeat after me and say, I give my nervous system permission to recognize, embody, and embrace my new identity. Again, I give my nervous system permission. Close your eyes. I give my nervous system permission to recognize, embrace, and embody this new identity and this new timeline. Breathing deeply. Again, I give my nervous system permission to recognize, embody, and embrace this new identity and this new timeline. I give my nervous system permission to fully recognize, embody, embrace, and integrate this new identity and this new timeline. Now breathe. 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 Okay, open your eyes. Now we're going to wrap it up here. But I want you to ask this new version of you, what is this new version of you going to choose in the next 24 hours? What are you going to do differently? How are you going to show up? What actions are you going to take? How are you going to be? This is a deliberate choice. You have chosen and created a new timeline. Well, you've chosen the new timeline, one that already existed, but you are now stepping into that new timeline. So your decisions, your choices, your focus will and must be different. You, you cannot have an old focus, a new thought pattern, an old focus, an old thought pattern, an old way of being. You cannot take the same actions and be on the new timeline. They're incompatible. They're incongruent. So deliberately decide what you're going to do in the next 24 hours differently. And every moment that you meet, even though the moments that you will meet over the next 24 hours, maybe even over the next week, will be an echo. Remember, the moment that you're living right now is old news. It is the result of the thoughts that you were thinking yesterday and the day before and the day before that and the day before that. Things will change, and you need to notice and recognize and appreciate the subtle changes that will happen from this very moment. Because as you change, everything changes. When you change, everything changes. Now, that wasn't a glitch. That was me repeating myself. When you change, everything changes. Do you feel that joy, that lightness? Life path 3 energy, so much peace. I know. No resistance. That's peace. No resistance. Did I set the intention to change people's lives before this video? Yeah, you bet. Everything I do, it's always my intention to change lives. So repeat this after me. The timeline I repeatedly energize with thought, emotion, language, and action becomes the one I experience. True story. So, thank you so much. Whether you're here live, I appreciate you. I appreciate your interaction. Thank you so much, because it helps to push this out to the algorithm. It helps more people to find this. You're actually helping more people when you like, when you subscribe to my channel, when you interact and comment, because then more people can find it, more people's lives can be transformed. And isn't that what we all want? So thank you ever so much, for being here, for playing along with me. This is my life's work. Not this specifically, but doing this. Now, before you go, can you spare me just 30 seconds? Because for those who are ready to take this to the next level, I have an incredible process that I have created that will help to identify your fears, your doubts, and your blocks that are stopping you from really embracing, embodying, and accelerating on this new timeline. And it is very powerful. It's an analysis process. And then I actually take that and I give you practices, and it will be in video form and in report form, practices and things that you can do to accelerate this transformation. It is my brain's gone blank. It is my wealth blueprint breakthrough. That's what it is. And I'm going to put that into the comments below this video. So if you need to come back to see the live recording, actually give me 2 seconds. I will wealth blueprint breakthrough. I will pop this in the live chat and then I will put it in the comments below the video. Just check it out. I've kept it at a really affordable price. It actually takes me a lot of time to do the analysis and create the video recording and give you the practices, but you don't have to show up with me live. This is a recording that you get that you keep and you can go back to over and over and over. So it's so, so powerful. But I do love you and I appreciate you. And thank you so much for participating. And let me know, not just today, but come back in the coming days and weeks and let me know how this has impacted you, how this has transformed your future and your life. Love you loads. The future is bright. Your future is bright. Keep creating it in the image that you want to create it. Mwah. See you again soon. Bye.